Hello everyone, thanks for watching. I'm Alexia Maria Orihuela, reporting for Hollywood Connections on Talk Radio here at the 2016 Sunburst Convention, and I'm here with
Marilyn Monroe. No, my real name is Angela Fair.
But she is a wonderful Marilyn Monroe impersonator. And also I got the chance to see her on stage yesterday as
Marilyn Monroe, and yesterday I was Anna Nicole Smith's baby.
She was, and it was a great stage performance. It was so hilarious. So can you tell us about yourself and how you got into everything? I heard you're also an actress, so how did you get into everything?
Oh, I started out as a stand-in for Sharon Stone, and I was working on a movie as a stand-in called Fan with Robert De Niro, and Joe was a Robert De Niro stand-in, and he said, hey, if you want to get into look-alike, I can help you out. But in the film industry, they frown upon look-alikes because you're stealing their brand. And stealing their brand is not a good thing. So I said, no, I don't want to get into it. But then I was in a movie called Star Trek 9. I play a Baku. And I had one line, and it was cut out of the movie. I didn't know that. The movie came out, and I was dressed up like Sharon Stone in a suit, and I was coming out of my bank, and a lady asked me for my autograph. So I'm like, all right, my autograph. And my first movie, I signed Angela Fair. Well, she goes, you're not Angela Fair, you're Sharon Stone. I want Sharon Stone on my autograph. And I go, no ma'am, I'm Angela Fair. And she wouldn't take it as Angela Fair. So I called up my friend and said, hook me up, Sharon Stone. And I got an agent through him and everything. And the agent said, you have the features of Marilyn Monroe. Here's a book. Here's a lady to get you a costume and enter a contest. I entered a contest, and I found out through connections that the contest, they hired a Universal Studios person, and in her contract, she should win. So I got second place, but in my book, I won. So anyways, that's how I started. I've been doing Marilyn Monroe since 1995, and I added characters as I went along. Someone say, hey, you look like this, you look like that. When I was young, your age, I've always wanted to be Madonna. So I have Madonna. I have Gwen Stefani. I have Anna Nicole Smith, which I worked with as a stand-in. And Lucille Ball. I have a show called Dead Ringers, which it sounds sad, but it's dead legend people in a show. And it's a Halloween show.
Wonderful. So you do a lot of impersonators, and you know you're an actress and everything. What would you say your most favorite thing about impersonating and acting is?
Well, I'll go back to acting. My acting, I do small bit parts. I do one-liners here, one-liners there. I've been an actress since I was 18, and I'm years old. 2 years.
Function.
Just 2 years. I'm 50 years old, and I've been in a lot of things with. I was on Nightmare on Elm Street to 90210, the original, and just Starship Troopers. So I've also done stunts. So I can tell you all about me. My favorite movie that I did was the next movie I get. I guess it was Starship Troopers because I played a person who shoots bugs, and I did a lot of stunt work in that one. I've done stunt work with Arnold Schwarzenegger, TR3, where I play the TR3. I run for her. I crash a window. I walk for her, and then she steps on a mark on the ground and says her lines. So I asked Arnold, why don't you just make me the TR3? And so he cast her first. So, but I did everything for her. That's what I like. What I do like about being small parts in movies no one recognizes me. I don't want to be famous like Angelina Jolie or Brad Pitt, because I want to be able to sit down, eat. So, but
Enjoy acting.
yeah, I love acting. I do acting theater as myself. I do comedy and stuff like that. Let's see, as Marilyn Monroe, I think my favorite gig was I did a gig for an award show for Exxon, Japanese, but I had an interpreter to tell me what to read, and she interpreted in Japanese. But after the award show, she left, and I had to do a meet and greet, and I'm like, I don't know what these guys are saying, but I'm just smiling and grinning, and that was the best gig I did as Marilyn Monroe. So, yeah.
Now, who would you say your favorite character to impersonate is?
I like all of mine, but I do a charity one is Star Wars. I'm with the 501st and Rebel Alliance. I do Star Wars Jedi and a Star Wars Stormtrooper, and I go to Chalk Hospital. The hard part is when I do go to burn victims, children. So I really have to bite my tongue because their face is burnt up or something like that. But I do it for Chalk Hospital, kids with cancer and stuff, and I don't get paid. Halloween, we go there, Star Wars characters, and we pass out candy to the kids in the hospital.
It's really sweet that you're doing the impersonation stage, but you also go and do it for the children. That's really sweet of you. Now, how long have you been here attending at Sunburst?
I actually met Greg in Las Vegas, and I was doing a show, and I told my agent I can't do the show because I broke my arm in a movie. I broke it here and here. But she goes, they still want you. So I did a show with a broken arm as Gwen Stefani. And I just recently played the movie clip of it, and I'm moving my arm up and down, up and down, and down. But after the show, I ran around the corner and I bumped into Greg Thompson, and he was playing, what is that, casino, slot machine, and he said, oh, that was a great show, even with a broken arm. And he invited me to Sunburst. That was 2004. I told him I couldn't come because of my broken arm. I came the next year, 2005. And because I've been in movies and I bought a new car, stuff like that, I missed the last 2 years, and that's it. So I've been the third Sunburst, I think. So
I remember him on stage talking about how you performed with a broken arm, that you're a trooper. So what would you say you love the most about Sunburst?
Sunburst, I like the most is because it's a family thing. I feel like I'm going to a family reunion of people who do the same thing I do.
Right.
So that's what I love about Sunburst. I go, hey, what you been doing? Let's catch up. Because I live in California and everybody else lives around the state.
Right? Now, if anybody wanted to, I don't know if you get booked for jobs. I know you say you do the hospitals and stuff. Now, where can they find you at? Or some of your work, like photos and videos of your performances, where can they find you?
I have a email, angelafair1965 @yahoo.com, and I'll give you a business card. You have all my information. I'm working on a website, and you also can contact Greg or tribute them, and because they're my agent in Florida. I am in California, but hey, we'll travel.
Right.
Yeah.
And before we leave, do you have any advice for anyone who wants to do what you do, whether it's acting or impersonating, which is basically the same thing? You just get into a character. What advice can you give to them?
Well, as far as acting, if you want to do film or theater acting, I would suggest go to college, get a degree in theater arts, and get a degree in business. Because if you look at it, the first word is show. The second word is business. And you have to learn how to promote yourself and it's a business, is what it is. The fun and games is the acting. The second thing is find a job that will let you do it. And people say a waitress, but you're going to go to an audition, and you say you get the audition, you do a work, that's for 3 months. You got a whole rest of the year. What are you going to do for that year to pay the bills? So find a job that will pay the bills. Actually, I've never been a waitress. Okay?
No, thank you so much. Can you say goodbye in a Maryland voice?
Thank you ever so. And goodbye, y'all.
Thank you, guys. Bye.